Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the weekend. Hopefully, yours is getting off to a good start. Let's start by talking about Portland, the anti-American fascists, their mayor, Ted Wheeler. But let's get into a little video first. I love me some visual.
I wasn't trying to do it. You have broken my bill. What are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. Stop doing your petty shit. Get the fuck out of here. You just choke slamming on the ground. That's on video. And on video, buddy. What was that? What was that? He's got arrows in the back of his car. Hey, he's got a bag of bullets. He's got arrows in his car. Hey, we need a bunch of people down here now. Blow in the arrow! Blow in the arrow! He just choke slamming in the ground. Right next to the Justice Center. This is not a good way to go. Hey, let's take a picture of his license.
Is that somebody's phone there?
Is he on?
Yeah, somebody dropped their phone. I just want to say that on stream. I have somebody's phone right now.
Okay, so if someone dropped their phone and lost it...
Did anybody drop their phone over here? Did you see anybody drop their phone?
No, we dropped it from there, no.
I got a...
Go, you should go.
Is there a lost and found?
Just went over that way. Just yell as loud as you can.
That video below for your viewing pleasure. It never gets old. Oh, he's got bow and arrows in the car. We need a lot of people down here. Come on, send a lot of people. He's got bow and arrows, and he chokeslammed me to the ground. Isn't that great? And then a homie at the end. Did somebody lose their phone? Do they have a lost and found? Did you see in the video somebody with a scooter as well? Had like the lights all over it. It's near the end of the video. Do you like when he came out of the car? And yes, they did open that man's door. When he came out of the car and he choke slammed or body slammed that one dude, didn't even look like a choke slam. It looked like he kind of swept the leg a little bit. You saw them pussies go running, right? Whoosh, they took off. I didn't even do anything. Why would you reach into somebody else's car like that? Why would you even try to open somebody's door unless you're up to something, right? And they got dealt with. Now check this out. Daily Mail UK article. We won't get into this fully. We'll just read the main points, and I want to show you some photographs here. Portland mayor demands Trump remove his personal army of federal agents from the city after they clashed with protesters following 50 straight nights of unrest in the streets. 50 straight nights, 7 weeks. Mayor Ted Wheeler on Friday demanded removal of federal agents from Portland because Ted Wheeler's got this. 50 days, no problem. They won't make it to 100 though, right, Ted? Because you're going to stop it before it hits 100. Militarized agents in camouflage have reportedly been patrolling in minivans. You can't do better than a minivan? Come on, get a Suburban or something, a mean-looking SUV. Feds used tear gas on protesters outside of a federal courthouse on Thursday. Now we're talking federal, so that's a different story. If that vagina Wheeler wants to let his residents burn down his police station, that's fine, but when you're talking about federal property, that's another story. Demonstrators are now building an autonomous zone near the courthouse. Portland has seen 50 straight nights of unrest, with protests spilling into violence. You get the gist, right? And we heard earlier in the week from both senators from the state, as well as the governor, coming out condemning Trump. I'm not going to act like I know whether the senators and the governor came out against these Portland riots. My guess is probably they didn't, and then as soon as Trump sends in federal agents to protect a federal structure, oh God, he's horrible, he's a Nazi, it's a Gestapo, it's a military state. So, what can we deduce from this? Either Wheeler, their 2 senators, their governor, city council, either they're anti-American fascists themselves, they sympathize with it, they're scared of it, or some combination of all 3. You can decide that for yourself. I personally think they're sympathizers and possibly members themselves. And I would say that would be more on the local level, like Portland's mayor and their city council. I wouldn't go out there and say that their state senators and their governor are card-carrying anti-American fascists. Wouldn't say that. But let's take a look at some quick photos. And Ted Wheeler, he's got this. Like I said, Ted's got this. Okay, there's the troops. There's the coward right there. Look at this one. We won't watch the full video. Like I said, I'll link this though so you can check it out. I don't know if this is the courthouse here. I didn't watch the full video. It looks like it may be the courthouse, but either way, it looks like he's trying to breach the building. Don't worry, he's got this though. What's this? Ted Wheeler's got this. That's the tear gas there. Taking barricades, brilliant. This is a restroom across from the Justice Center. He's got this. Look at this. Ted's got this. Burning the American flag, which we have the right to do, because it's so terrible here. Look at all these whiteys burning this American flag. It's so horrible here. Oh my goodness. He's got a bow and arrow in his car. Somebody. Need people. Oh, look at this. Another white man throwing up his black power fist, burning an American flag. How original. And look at this. PNW. Youth Liberation Front. We're going to liberate. Support is needed to defend Ribs Riot and the autonomous territory in Lounsdale Square. So they've got their own autonomous zone they're trying to grow, like we just learned about. People on the ground need barricades, another shield, tools to defend from the feds and police, tents, tarps, sleeping bags, gas masks, respirators, helmets, and physical support. Get downtown tonight. That was a couple nights ago. Here's some comments. Ted Wheeler's got this, though. Portland's got this. They've got everything under control, right? He's taken all these great steps to handle it on his own. But, you know, the feds are the problem. So let's look at these comments here. ANTIFA. It's a trendy new job for millennials. Burning stuff, throwing Molotov cocktails. I dislike Trump, but these socialist malcontents need to be put in their place. Made the mistake of switching on BBC this morning. They were all over this narrative. Amazing how the media is complicit with this. Why? You're watching a city burn 50 straight days of rioting, and yet the media still won't tell the story, how it's happening. Yes, he should remove them, warn the law-abiding citizens to vacate downtown's carpet bombing. Pull all forces of law enforcement out and let them stew in their own juice. I guess we'll leave it at that. And that was what I would say, aside from what I said about Wheeler and the city council earlier. If Trump is as wise as they say he is, Mr. 4D chess, I get guarding the federal structure. Post troops outside the structure and inside as well. I get that. But if Trump is really as smart as they claim he is, you know, those on the right, he would recognize this for the setup he is. The media, for the most part, mainstream, is in bed with the far left. I can't explain why. I don't know if it's just ratings, money, if they've really got individuals that are sympathizers within their ranks, these socialists, anti-American, fascist types, Marxist, communists, whatever you want to call them, anarchists, whatever label you want to put on them. I assume they have a lot of friends in media, and that's why media always spins the narrative the way they do. This all just can't be anti-Trump. And actually, we'll go on record now saying if Trump loses, it'll be interesting to see the narrative say if more protests and riots break out and Joe Biden tries to send police in to stop it, how would the narrative be told versus how it's being told now that Trump's trying to stop these things? So getting back to it, If Trump's as wise as they say he is, he would recognize the setup, pull all of the troops away from the police station if they're there, snatching up people in SUVs if that's happening. Might want to lay off that a little bit, but guard the federal structure. Recognize that the media is in cahoots with these individuals on the far left, and just let Portland burn to the ground. Let it burn to the ground. Let the only thing left standing in Portland be that federal courthouse. Hard to be a mayor of a city or on the city council, or to be somebody who's running around looting a city when there's nothing left. Portland is a beautiful place. Seattle as well. Asheville, same thing. But if these individuals want to enact these policies like this and allow these things to continue to happen, whatever's going on in those various cities, those are cities I'm staying away from. I won't be spending my money there, and I won't be going there anytime soon. But that being said, it's up to the residents of Portland and Seattle, wherever, to stand up to this. And it's going on for 50 straight days. That would tell you that they don't want to stand up to it. So the wisest thing to do would be to just have video cameras on all officers, set up cameras around the entire federal courthouse, and just record what's actually happening there on the streets. Record the anti-American fascists throwing whatever they're throwing at police, trying to start fires, going ahead and starting these riots, and then just broadcast it out there as part of his daily briefing that he does, or put clips out on Twitter, however he does it. To me, that's the wise play. Fall back, defensive position at the courthouse, show people what's really happening in Portland, and then let the people decide for themselves whether they want this to continue under a Democratic administration and become worse possibly, or whether they want a little bit more law and order, a little bit more civility in our country under Trump. That's how I see it. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and have a good weekend.